Hey, I just wanted to show you what I was looking at. Basically, I just Googled, you know, I was trying to figure out how to do an overlay or whatever, and then I found this article, and it basically shows you that you could just add it like right here on the chart like that. So it goes over all the different ways you can do it, but basically, you just whatever you want to put on there, but it's got these different things, right? So it's got same percent scale, new price scale. So new price scale opens up price on the left, and then you can move them and adjust them. But with this one, the percent scale you can't adjust it. See, I'm trying to click and drag and drop and whatever. This it just auto adjusts. Okay, but I want to show you something about what I'm doing. Okay, so you see these two lows here, this low and this lower low. Well, that doesn't happen here. This low and then this is a higher low. That is, basically what I call, I guess, SMT Divergence or ICT SMT Divergence. A B C D E F G. But anyway, if you look after we kept failing to make a higher lower low. Basically, if you see just right here, we made a lower low significant here. Okay, came up. Okay, and that was a significant divergence that happened. See, because you're like, okay, we made a low. Okay, we made like the same type of deal, a higher low on both of them. You're like, okay, so it's just whatever, da 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 da, hum da dum da dum, and then here when that when that candle goes up, and especially when it breaks right here, I guess, but basically it's just confirming this low. In other words, when 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 price breaks above this, that's a market structure shift, and that confirms this low as a valid low, as a significant low, or like a like a strong low. It confirms this low. It's basically saying, okay, that's the low. Okay, you got a market structure shift. It's a bullish market structure shift right here. Um, and you can draw that out if you want to draw that out. You could put your little lipstick on it, and everything like that. Bullish market structure shift right there. Um, and same thing right here. Okay. Um, but yeah, so all I'm pointing out is this lower low here, and then it breaks the structure, confirms that low. Okay. And I know it's not like perfect, obviously, drawing here, but whatever, but you get the idea. Okay. um Not that important right now. uh but yeah, so we have that break of structure there, and then we have this lower low confirmed and this higher low confirmed. Okay, that's a divergence right there. That's when it happens. So when we come back down, this tried to go for a lower low, failed, and then boom, right here. As soon as this breaks here, you get that retest. Boom, inversion level. And I'm not saying that that this is something that this is like Nostradamus stuff where you're gonna know the move. Um, you just have to trade it day by day, or however you're trading. You're trading intraday or day or swing or position, whatever. But the only point of this video is I wanted to show you what I was looking at, and I wanted to show you the result. So here we had that's basically like an inversion level if you look. Because see, there's that high, and then that low bounces off of that level. I don't have my really my key levels are going to be, the key levels are for the blue, because the blue is the British pound. Actually, yeah, but the key levels are only valid right now for the keep in mind for the blue. So the key levels are for the blue, not the orange. Okay. Even though it looks like that's bouncing off that level, that's I don't think that's what's going on here. I think, but it is for the blue. Okay. Because the blue is what I drew the key levels for the GBPUSD. But anyway, that's a SMT divergence right there. And I want to show you the number of pips that came off of that. It was crazy. I'm not sure exactly how many pips that is. I guess it's 6,000 points. I think is how that is. So that would be like 600 pips, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm not an expert or anything, but yeah, and so that's what you do. You know, you can go on here and look at how these things diverge. Now you had this higher high here and this higher high here, but look at the difference in the highs from this one to this one. So that's a little bit of divergence there, right? And then look what happens. It goes down, you know, not quite, but that's like, you know, 4,700 pips, like 470 pips, or 4,700 points. So we're looking for the next thing that happens. But yeah, this is supposed to be date for date, tit for tat. So you had a higher low here as compared to here, but here you had a lower low, right? See that? Higher low, and you had a higher low. Am I saying that right? Yeah, and then you had a lower low here, right? So there's another ICT SMT divergence. And then, you know, if you had to have caught that one way or the other, that's you know, you could have got, if you held on for this 100,000 level, you could have got 7,000 points or 700 pips. So the last video I made on quarters theory for GBPUSD, right after I got done making that video, I actually went back and I changed some of the levels. I can't show you now because of what I'm doing, but this is that half quarter level for the 100,000 level. But if you just study the chart, if you study this divergence, if you study basically the turning points in the market, you're looking for some kinds of divergence. So see, higher high or higher lows, and then pretty much equal lows here. That's a divergence. And then boom, it went up like crazy. Same thing, you know, 7,000 points, 700 pips. Yeah, super crazy. So again, this is, you know, tit for tat. So, you know, you're just looking for significant divergence in price action, and then, you know, that usually signals a reversal. And so we look here, we have another one here, equal highs, and then a higher high here. So we ought to be on the lookout potentially for a reversal here, because this is real time. When I'm the time of the recording of this video, December 26th, 2023, we're seeing some divergence as well. Now, I haven't studied this, you know, probably extensively enough to be able to like predict or to see, and you know, and this is just in a general way. Obviously, you know, you don't go in there and say, well, I saw this divergence and I'm gonna call it to the pip. You know, it's like, no. Like, this is just the beginning of, you know, this is just the broad range, like, idea, you know, and then you have to go in there and you have to put fundamentals to it, and you have to put other things to it. And there's different things you can do. You got, you know, COT data, COT data that you want to look at, and I'm gonna make another video on that. But so for GBPUSD, the COT data right now is going down. And what does that mean? So this is a daily chart. So each one of these is a day. Okay. Each one of these candles. So let me get rid of it. That's open interest. Actually, it's not even on there. I have it on there, but it's not. I don't know. It's not showing up for some reason. So just take that off. But when the commercials are going net short, that is always a leading indicator that we could look for lower prices on whatever the asset. So combination, when you combine the correlation of the fact, let me go back to current time. When you combine the fact that we have equal highs here, yeah, we did run above it, okay, but we have this much higher high here, and if you keep zooming in, we're on the 4 hour. Well, you can see we're having a lower low, a lower high here, and a higher high here. That's divergence. That's divergence. So we could look for lower prices potentially on both of these. So that's when you would go back to looking at your levels and what's happening. And I guess we could just leave that for now while we look. So we're coming off of this major level. See, that's EURUSD. So but I don't think we're ready to go down yet. I would be on the lookout for sweep above this high, or trade buy until we get there. But I mean, talking about in terms of the major move down, you need to look at both you know, the levels on both pairs, right? So that dim one is EURUSD, and this one is GBPUSD. So it's just easier to see when we have the lines. But as you can see, it's clearly a divergence, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high, higher high, right? And so that's significant. So that's the reason why we could be looking for lower prices there. So obviously it's just easier to see when you have the line chart on it. So you know, you'd want to go, and I've got to sort out my Euro USD. I don't really have it. I don't remember, but I don't think I have it perfectly. I think I've got to work on it some. But yeah, you want to kind of look at what's going on. I think I've got some work to do on this chart, but as usual. But yeah, we're at a significant level here. And for the pound dollar, we're at this level here. So we could get rid of this, but I don't really want to, because I'm doing something, and the only reason I'm recording this video is just to show you guys basically the SMT Divergence is still valid in 2023 and December. And so yeah, all right, cool. Well, yeah, thanks for watching, and I know Christmas was yesterday, but Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year.